Ooh, pass that bitch. What it is and what it should be, y'all. It's the Parental Advisory Podcast.
Fucking late.
Starting this bitch late.
What the fuck was that?
Late
What it is
cast.
and what it should be. Like, fuck you from Louisiana?
Late cast. Louisiana. How's that?
What it is and what it should be.
No,
This
that's
is
your own
Walter
spin.
Cronkite.
That's your own spin on that one, buddy. He's not even from Louisiana.
In my vision, he is, and he is.
I don't know where you.
Well, then you need a stronger prescription, sir.
I need a strong. Is the volume I'm taking not
So,
enough?
like I was saying before I was rudely interrupted, as always, this is the Parental Advisory Podcast. And I am your host, that Chico J. Serve, surrounded here by the other advisors in full flux. We got my man over here.
That sounded like R2D2 for a second. I can't even do it.
He is a bot. He is very tiny.
I am. I just drone on, and I survived through the entire
I just
thing.
drone on. That's a good one.
It's true though.
I just
How old are
drone
you again?
on.
Like
Yeah,
50?
I just drone on.
You should put that as a status. I just drone on.
Yeah, I just drone on. That's all I do.
Roger, Roger.
Just ran
drone. I'm Ello, and you can find me at LSO463 for all my social media, and LSOYT for my YouTube.
And
Yo. Hello.
Hello,
The people.
to the mic, please.
la people.
No, never to the mic.
Oh wow, you sound amazing there.
Hi guys. Hi. Hello. I'm the brown guy. I have my man fixing up my mic now. He's touching it. He's touching it with his fingers, his stubby little fingers.
Yeah, my little sausage fingers, according to
fixing
my
the
ex-girlfriend's
mic.
mother.
Don't worry, ladies. They're nice. They're like chorizos.
Oh, they know what to do. They're like salchichones.
Goddamn. Salao.
And
But
yeah, man, we're back in this bitch. Where
Yeah.
can they find you, bro?
Instagram and Snapchat.
That's great.
Wilmo _ Chiquito. Find me if you want to. No rush.
So yeah, man, we're back at it. Another week of that good. Oh, that Ayo.
Oh, lady.
And it's been pretty fucking hectic. I've actually been having a pretty decent week at the day job.
Really?
Yeah. As far as just like the flow of the day, we're currently going through some managerial issues right now.
Like what?
In that we don't have any.
You don't have a manager?
No.
Will you quit?
Yeah.
Fired?
Yeah. No.
Give
He
us
quit.
the-
He
give us
quit.
the details.
Well, I can't really.
Why?
What do you call
This is
it?
a fucking podcast. We talk about our lives. Are you kidding me?
I know. I'm saying, but I can't
Tell
go
us.
too. It's an ongoing investigation.
This is how
Yeah,
that.
not allowed to reveal.
You know how you get by that. You don't use names. You give people code names.
I understand that, but anyhow, so store manager's out right now. So
So you
it's just
fucked up
been,
by saying that was your job. You should have just said, "Well, my
yeah,
friend."
That's fine. So, now it's just been all of the supervisors, basically.
Which guy do I have?
Oh, well, I'm not going to get into those specifics right now. But so all the supervisors have been running it now.
Was he the
So,
sir?
No.
No. Okay.
so we
It's the only guy I like there.
we what do you call it? Here's the kicker. Okay, since we haven't had our store manager, we've been doing better.
Damn. So what was it? Was he just like a terrible boss?
The opposite. He was actually a really nice guy. It was actually he made a mistake on his part, which is why he left. But so now,
Mistake out.
well, like I said, I don't want to get into particulars. He just did something that was against
So
policy.
that's what I'm saying. Was it? Did he quit, or was it?
He
something,
resigned. He resigned.
or is it the company giving him the option to resign? Something like that. I'm guessing.
From what my understanding is, he was drawn to a corner.
I'm surprised that little a pawn shop. I don't want to give the name, obviously, but a pawn shop can do that.
Yeah, thank you.
There's
Yeah.
so many fucking pawn shops. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, thank you. So the what do you call it? So now because it's just been the supervisors running the shit.
It's just been
It's a
the
better
inmates
understanding.
running the asylum.
Kind of, sort of, because we like.
Wait, what happened to my Coke?
we hold. Yeah. What happened to the white, bro?
No, it's not the white.
What you mean,
I
bro? Where the
indulge
white
in
at,
liquid
bro?
cocaine,
What?
which is called
he's on
Coca-Cola.
that new shit, bro. That liquid cocaine.
See, this is the problem. A lot of people.
He wants
as much as my voice might come as masculine, I'm a fat man.
Oh yeah, the tits betray you, bro.
I mean, well, no one can see my tits, but when you hear me, I sound like Thor, Odin's son.
You're right. Nobody sees your tits. Everybody gazes upon your bosoms.
Is that what you do?
Your moobies.
Faggot.
You moobies. Well, Jesus Christ. My God.
That's too much? Anyway.
Jeez, the harshness.
No, but yeah,
the
I have my coke, so you can continue. All right, so you got drawn into a corner.
So you got your cocaine.
Uh-huh.
Snort it. Snort that shit, motherfucker. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, God. That's the drip. Then the drip comes in. That's great.
I don't even know.
Gotta love that shit. Oh, yeah.
See, Serve has actually done cocaine.
Have you ever done cocaine?
No, I never have.
Have you ever done cocaine?
I've always
I've been around it a lot though.
Yeah?
I've never seen someone
went
even
to
do it.
Wonderland.
I've seen someone do heroin before.
What do you mean
Okay.
you saw somebody do heroin?
I was at a party and it was me and a girl. We went into, I was like 16, 17.
So you're okay. So high school.
High school, yeah.
Okay.
We go into.
How do you know this girl?
We went to the party together. She was in my same class.
Oh, okay.
Well, I did.
But I'm saying you were homeschooled. So
right.
how did you?
We go to.
It was my mom.
I took my mom to the party.
I took my mom to the party.
We do these tests.
My mom did a keg stand.
When in Florida, you have to do the FCAT test. What is the other test where they have to measure? They have to measure, I guess, your intelligence. Well, those tests we actually have to do it at the Broward Virtual Education Center, which is in Florida. It's in.
I would hope so.
Well, I say that because a lot of
I had to go to Connecticut for the Florida.
Well, no, this is the thing. A lot of people live outside of Florida, and they'd have to come to Florida. That's why I say it like that. It's in Davie, Florida. I live in obviously Fort Lauderdale, so it's just a car right away.
Okay.
But for some people lived in like Wisconsin. They lived in California.
Right. So how
they had
did
to
you
travel.
meet this girl?
Well, this girl was local. She lived in it's past Weston. It's not Miami. It's more
West
guess,
Broward.
Central.
West Broward.
No. It's like going toward Miami.
Southwest.
you go-
Southwest Broward.
Something like that.
That's That's Weston. That's basically what
It's
it
like
is.
it's literally like it was like farmland when we.
I know.
when
Yeah.
I
That's
visited, right?
That's Weston.
That's what it was?
That's
Okay.
Weston. Yeah.
So,
Pembroke
she
Pines,
she lives
Weston.
past Western Pembroke Pines. She lives much further, and she came to a party that another girl was throwing. That was I think she was from Miami. She was actually the reason why she did homeschool was because she was a model.
Okay.
So she couldn't do regular school.
Right.
So she invited us to the party. So
Okay.
we were like, all right, we'll go.
So you knew the girl that was throwing the party too.
I knew the girl that was throwing the party.
Okay.
She was in the same testing class. As
Okay,
well. We
okay,
all
okay.
ranked the same levels.
Okay.
Because they rank you by certain where you stand.
Okay. So 15, 16. What year are we talking?
I graduated in 2009, and I was 18. So I believe this may have been 2007.
2007.
I want to say.
Okay.
Because I remember it was the first. It was the first year. I was a freshman. So either 2006 or 2007, like early 2007.
Jesus Christ, I'm in fucking college at this point.
Yeah, I mean you're much older than me though. I'm
It's
21.
insane.
I'm not. You're not much older than me. I'm 27, and you're 30.
Well, I'm 4 years old. No, I'm 31.
You're
bro.
31. Yeah, you're not
I'm
much.
4 years
too
older.
much older than
Yeah.
me. Because by the time you were out of college, I was getting into college.
Yeah,
So
that's crazy. So
to be
alright.
honest, after college, it doesn't really fucking matter.
Yeah, it
It
really
really
doesn't.
At
It
that
really
point, you're
fucking
just
doesn't.
like you're all men.
Yeah, everybody's
Everybody's
you're
in the
just
same.
a dude.
You're on the same level.
You're just a
You ain't
dude.
SpongeBob Manly Man.
You ain't Patrick, son.
All right, so because
Oh, you are though, you fatness.
so now okay, so you go to the party.
We go to the
How'd you
party.
get there? Did you guys drive?
Yeah, I drove.
Okay.
I had a fucking
What were you pushing?
a 1999 Toyota Corolla, but it was clean.
it
It was clean. That had a spoiler. yeah,
It was clean.
But it was clean. I kept it clean though.
That's when I was super active, bro. I was like, I played ball. I was playing for. I was trying out for Terravella, but I couldn't get in because I technically wasn't a part of
the school.
district.
Yeah. So so you drive your what was it again?
1999 Toyota Corolla,
Toyota. What color was it?
burgundy.
Burgundy, straight
what I
up
got.
mom whip, yo.
Well, it was my boss. She gave it to me because she ended up getting Nissan Altima, the standard single mother vehicle.
Hold on. Okay, hold on. This is so great. All right, I'm so glad we got onto this. So, all right, we're talking. Okay, so Bert, what year was the car?
99. I think it was 2000. It's right in between there.
Okay, Corolla. You said
Corolla, yeah.
Okay, Corolla with burgundy. What color interior?
It was kind of beige.
Beige.
Suede. It was not suede, but it
cloth?
was cloth. Yeah.
Okay, so cloth.
Easy to get stains. Super easy.
Oh, okay. So now, did the spoiler was the spoiler already on it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now, when you say spoiler, are we just talking like that little bullshit like lip thing that like
yeah,
just a little small thing?
Yeah.
Or like, did you add like a
bro, I was in high
like
school.
a Honda S2000 wing to a to a Camry?
My Boston.
That's what I'm picturing.
I was working
at
Boston Market. All my money was going to games. Like that's when I was doing tournaments. I was fucking everything was going into games.
Like that's all my brain. Like I just saw you with like in a '99 Corolla, but with like a Tokyo Drift wing on the back.
I didn't care. This is the funny. The funniest thing is, like, I cared more about the cars in my game than I did about my own car.
I can imagine. I can totally.
Yeah,
imagine.
it was exactly like that.
Well, yeah,
it was exactly like that. Just burgundy.
I can get spinners.
That's exactly my car.
Midnight Club.
That was my car.
That's hilarious.
It was more in the front though. It was more. I like mom-ish car. It didn't look like.
So all right. So now, okay. Now, how far into the party is it that you're watching somebody do heroin? Like, walk me. Okay, so you walk
20
in.
20 minutes.
Okay, so all right. So walk me through. So you guys get there.
That's my car.
That's hilarious.
That's my car right there. That was my car.
That's hilarious.
Just with tinted windows.
God
him. So
I got tinted windows from the flea market.
Of course you did.
Them shits was like super dark. I got stopped all the time.
Of course
I never
you
had
did.
weed in my car because I'm like I always get stopped.
Right.
I always made sure the guy came to me.
Yeah. So now, okay, you walk into the party. You and this chick walk into the party. Now, is it like is it jumping? Like is it?
There was maybe. See,
Well,
I'm not good with numbers, but I would assume that there was like maybe 80 to 100 people in there already. It was a big fucking house.
Right.
It was in Miami. It was a big fucking house.
Was it Miami or was it that
Miami.
West Broward?
No, it was in Miami. We went to her. It was her party.
Okay.
She lived in Miami. I forgot where exactly.
All right. So
somewhere close to Washington Ave in that district.
Oh wow. Okay. So now, 80 to 100 people. And so what's playing? 2007. I know Graduation came out.
They were playing a lot of T.I. They were playing a lot of Kanye. They were playing super Little. I mean, Lil Wayne out the fucking ass.
Oh yes.
Lil Wayne like
this is
everywhere.
The rise of King Wayne.
Yeah, it was just around the tape when he came out with
during his run. This is like he's in the middle.
Fireman.
Yeah.
That was the number one song that they kept replaying. Fireman, and then the other one,
I'm fucking singing it.
The one where he was the video where he's on top of a roof. It was very solemn. It was
Hustlers.
Poem
or anthem or whatever the fuck.
Yeah. That's the one where you
Hustler music or something like
that. For
that.
my age, when me and my friends listening to that, we was like, "Yo, we deep in thought like gangsters." Like,
we thought like gangsters.
Like everybody wanted to be a gangster. Like back in the.
I wanted to be 50 Cent from 2003 to like
2003
till about 3 hours ago.
I was actually a game fanatic. The game back in the day, I was all into the game, the documentary.
Oh, okay, the game, yeah. Dog, that first album was fucking great.
I love
but hold on, I don't want to veer off the subject. So now, we're talking drugs right now.
I'll walk you through what happened. So we walk in.
Where are the drugs going? Sorry,
we walk in. People smoking weed, which I mean wasn't a big deal for me. People drinking.
Were you smoking weed and shit?
I didn't smoke weed yet at that. I was smoking weed, but not as heavy. Like I would be a super occasional at a party, like we were. I'd smoke weed at that party.
Were you smoking blunts?
Yeah. See, I was smoking with my friends. I wouldn't know how to roll. I wasn't buying weed. I would just when I hang out with them, you were just
I
would just hit
a casual smoker.
I was just a super casual smoker at that time. I didn't start smoking weed until after high school, when Germs was like, "All right, you graduated." So now you're in college. Start experimenting.
You're gonna get a whole fucking.
We're gonna get a whole bunch of plants.
Get a whole plant.
So we go in the party. We go to the kitchen because I wanted to get me a beer. It wasn't really a date between me and her because we were kind of flirtatious, but we were just like cool to hang out with. So we were just chilling.
Okay.
I asked if I can go to the bathroom, and she's like, "Well, you can't. There's only 2 bathrooms. One is upstairs.
You can't use that one.
No, you can use that one.
Okay.
If somebody's in the bathroom downstairs, so I go to the bathroom. Somebody's already in the bathroom downstairs. So I go upstairs, and she's like, "Just knock because that's basically a designated room to fuck." So like, I knocked.
I like how the designated room to fuck.
Yeah. That's how she said it to me, exactly. That's why I was like, okay. Like, because she's like, all right, she said it in a preppy, all right, listen, like, in a preppy-ass voice.
Now, like,
she's like, that room right there
did
is
she
to
just, like,
fuck.
okay, she made it a point to...
Like, yeah, they fucking in that room. I'm like,
okay.
All right, cool, okay. So I go upstairs, and I'm like, I super needed to pee. Because I was like, the fucking car right up there, I'm drinking water, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, I need to really pee. So I go knock on the door, obviously, because I just want to just give them warning,
right?
To, like, put the covers on it or something. Yeah, I'm coming in. That's what I said.
Is that what you did?
Yeah, I sounded like a dad. No, I did a double knock. I'm coming in.
Oh my god, what an asshole! Like,
I wanted to give them warning.
That is straight up a dad knock.
No, because
it's
I don't
walk in and can I? He's like. Come in, like on the second knock, they're already opening the door. Like,
I hate that shit.
Anyway, so I go in. No one's having sex. Oh, sorry. No one's having sex. It's a girl and it's a guy. Guy looks so fucking old. Like, it was shocking to see him there because I'm like, dude, you look like you're 50. What the fuck are you doing here? This is a high school party. And I was just like, gotta use the bathroom. So I didn't see what they were doing. It was dark.
And, wait, what do you mean it was dark?
Like, she had a light, but it was more like a night light, if anything. But it illuminated the room, but in a, like,
it was just dim lighting.
Super dim lighting. It was green. It was like, I guess her room or her brother's room was supposed to make it look cool at night or something. So you can see people, but it's very hard to tell if they have something in their hand or something.
Okay, I get you. Club style lighting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I go to the bathroom because the bathroom is literally in that room. You got to go in, and then on the left hand side it has its own bathroom. Go in, do my thing. I come out, and as I come out, the guy has the needle on him, and he's just like, "Oh yeah," pushing it in him, and I'm just like, "What are you guys doing?" Because to that point, I've never seen, besides movies,
Bible
and shows,
study, motherfucker.
Praise the Lord.
I'm about to see the maker.
By that point, I had never seen anybody do heroin ever.
I would.
At
this point,
yeah. At that point, but by the time I'm now 27, I said hello to shit of people doing heroin.
Being a child soldier, you're subject to see a lot of things, as I was.
Back in my country of Wakanda.
It's not a real place, motherfuckers. There's actually other places in Africa than Wakanda. Jesus.
That's the number one thing now. I literally saw, not to get off the subject, but I saw somebody in a Trump, the Make America Great hat, and he was like, we got to stop these places. You seen that movie, Wakanda? And like, Wakanda. They got a shitload of shit. We got to make sure they don't use that. And the guy, it was on the Daily Show, and the guy's like, that's not a real place. Are you shitting me? Iron Man can't even find it.
So, you all right there, buddy?
Oh my god, some country people are just too much, man.
So now,
blissful ignorance is what I call it.
So now, when you,
are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Iron Man can't even find it.
Hold on,
I just like doing the voice now.
Get it out. Go ahead. You punched out. Go ahead.
Goddamn Captain America.
That was a good one, though. I think you found your nick. It's the country.
It's racist Trump country.
That's good. That's good. That's what we're going to always call you upon. That's my boy.
And I'm sticking to it. Anyways.
I'm sorry, folks. We lost him for a second.
Anyway, so I asked the guy, I'm like, what is that? And he's like, it's heroin. I'm like, oh. He's like, do you want some?
So wait, so who was he with?
I have no idea to this day. I have no idea. I see. This is the thing. When I asked him, I was
you said, okay, when you walked in, it was that dude and a chick. You said,
chick, yeah.
Okay, now was this a young chick?
Yeah, she looked like our age group. But remember, at that time, that was the time of a lot of younger girls looking a lot older. It wasn't
right.
Your time, which was 4 years.
Did you
before.
know the girl?
No idea who the girl was. I had no idea who anybody was there.
Other than
besides
just the
those
girl?
two girls, the one girl that invited me and the girl I came with.
True.
So I asked him, like, well, what are you doing? He's like, we're doing heroin. I'm like, nice. But with like a, yeah.
Oh.
Super.
Did they offer you any?
Yeah, he's like, you want some? And I'm like, nah, I've never tried it. He's like, it's the best time to try it. And I'm like, nah, man, and I told him, I'm like, I have this rule that I only like do things that are not chemical based. Like, I didn't know how to explain it to him. Like, I only smoke weed or drink. Like, that's as far as the experiment I will go. I'm not gonna go any farther. He's like, but this is from the earth. We just change it a little bit. That's what he told me. I was like, whoo, you're not convincing me.
Motherfucker.
I'm not gonna lie to you. That is a hell of a sales pitch, though.
All right.
We just change it.
And then the girl was just like, yeah.
Oh yeah, she's already strong.
Girl was gone.
Yeah,
the girl was like looking at me, but it was, you can tell when you ever look at somebody and they're not really looking at you, but they're looking through you.
Oh yeah.
That's how she was just gone.
Yeah.
I know she's looking at me, but she's not there.
So
that's
now,
just a vessel now.
And okay, so you're watching these two motherfuckers shoot horse. Now, you have the interaction with them. You walk down.
So I didn't walk out. This is gonna be.
Wait, you stayed?
This is the stupidest thing I ever did, but I have the story to tell you. I tell him, "What can you show me?" He's like, "Well, what do you mean? Try it on yourself." I was like, "All right," and he did it.
Wait. So you made him shoot himself again?
Mm-hmm.
Yo, nigga, hit that shit one more time.
Yo,
hit that shit one more time.
This is insane right now to me.
Because because in my mind I'm like, listen,
this motherfucker treated him like an episode of fucking
no, because and I'm not gonna
intervention.
Yeah,
no. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was at that point. I was young and I was like experimenting. The most I did at that point was I had laced weed. But
with
like,
what?
I forgot what it was. It was an early form of like Molly, like before Molly came out, like ecstasy or some shit.
Okay.
So and it made me feel jittery, and I was like,
wait. So, when did that happen?
That happened like a year ago, a year
prior.
A year prior to this, yeah.
So you were 15 when that happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's actually what stopped me from like going into weed very heavily because I was like, if this is what it is all the time, I'm not gonna get into it. I didn't.
Oh, did you know that it was laced?
No, I didn't know until after.
Ah.
That was my first hit.
That was your first time?
That was my first time.
Your first time of smoking weed is you smoked laced weed?
I smoked a laced blunt. And my friends, well, they weren't really my friends. It was me, Dwayne, and then a friend of ours, and then that friend's friends.
Oh.
So I didn't really know them, and I guess they fucked me over.
True.
But it wasn't until...
But I mean, they were smoking it too.
Yeah, so I guess they were like...
That's what they do. Yeah.
That's what they do. I just didn't know. So I was like, you know what? I really don't know if I want to or don't. Let me see what happens to him. Because I didn't know really what happens to you. I didn't know he just took one. You know what I'm saying? He didn't tell me until after the fact he just got finished taking, like, now this is the second in a row. And I was just like, is that a bad thing? I'm like, I don't fucking know the intricacies of fucking...
The intricacies.
The intricates of...
Intricacies.
Intricacies, thank you. Of heroin. The fuck? I don't even... I'm like, at one point, I was like, what is this? What is
Nigga, you never seen The Wire? I mean, shit.
I to this day, I've never seen The Wire.
Well, first of all, failure club and a half considering you have HBO.
First of all, I was an anime and gamer. I wasn't into a lot of shit.
Oh, a faggot. Okay.
Bum, bum, bum.
I gave Sir
the
evilest look. Like, you son of a bitch.
So what did the guy say?
He took the shot. He did it
again.
He did it again.
So now did he go through the whole ritual?
Yeah.
Got the water, put the cotton ball.
Well, no, he already had it in the syringe ready.
Oh, okay. He just had it ready.
I didn't see him do anything else, but he already had one. He's like, well, I got one right. That's why he wanted me to do it so bad. He's like, I got one right here. I was like, why don't you do it? Let me see what happens. And he's like, yeah, no problem. So he does it, and then he like leans back, and he starts to have a seizure, and he gets out of it. See, at that point, no. At that point, I knew about seizures because, and I don't want to put it out, but I have a friend, who he actually has a problem with seizures. It was much pertinent when we were younger.
Right. Okay. So you were okay.
If he went to sleep, it was guaranteed to happen. It was that bad.
True.
So there were times where my friend would sleep over because obviously we're younger. Sleepovers always happen, and I would hear in the next room him like literally his feet hitting the wall, and I'd have to go there and make sure he's cool. So I had I knew it was a seizure, and I'm like, oh shit! So I go there, but it's like it was a quick one. Like he just, and then he came back. He's like, and like you can tell he's like not in it, like he's out of it because he's just like like trying to gather breathing, and I was like, all right, I don't think this is for me, bro, but have fun with that. I just left.
This nigga, yo, that nigga probably died, son.
I didn't know until he came down. Until this day, I don't know who he was, but he knew the girl. The girl that invited me, he knew her. I don't know if that was a relative or
what?
I don't know what, because she told me she's seen crazy shit in the modeling, but she's been doing modeling since she was 13. She was 18. She was older than us. And she's like, I seen some crazy shit. So I don't know if that was a friend, if that was a fucking...
That's probably just some creepy fucking producer.
Knows who the fucking was. We weren't in her house. It was a house that she was renting from a photo shoot. That she wanted to have this party. Half of the people that were there, I come to find out at the end of the party, weren't even fucking kids. They were 18-year-olds that went to some college that were also in the modeling business. Half of them were from her school that she went to in Miami, and that she knows of people that went to the school in Miami, and then half of them are from the homeschool.
Yeah, shit was going down at that point.
So shit was going down.
Oh,
I just couldn't have been everywhere. I just happened to just see a glimpse by when walking into the bathroom.
At least 3 bitches got raped. At least.
Who knows? Who fucking knows?
Crazy shit happened. There were like 17 breakups. You know, like every man cheated on their girlfriends. Whoever had a girlfriend there or a wife, they all cheated on them that night.
And like half of them got burned.
Yeah, exactly. No, 2/3 of them.
The craziest thing is she left like the girl that had the party. She left like maybe an hour and a half later. They just left everybody else there. She just was like, there's another party. She said, I'm like, I'm out.
Huh.
I was like, all right, I guess whatever. She already paid for it. I was like,
that's crazy.
I guess that's how they lived back then.
So that's how you saw
heroin
for the first time.
I never seen anything else. I never seen somebody do cocaine. I've never seen anybody do shrooms or any. Shrooms is one thing I want to try.
I'd highly recommend shrooms.
I want to try it. Well, Sir says I have to try it with him, and I have to like stay at his house.
Yes,
because he doesn't trust me being like at home and doing it. So he wants me to be with him.
Animals are not always the greatest to be around sometimes.
Yeah. Okay. So whenever you're ready to set that up, I'm down.
Yeah, like so that's insane.
Plus it'll just be a chill.
I'm so
I ended up getting something like that.
Good shit. Good shit. So that's your first
funny story about that chick, just a quick one. At graduation, my mom took a picture of me and her, and because my mom saw me and her hanging out a lot, she was like, "Yeah, you're gonna marry that girl and everything." My mom still has a picture of me and her in a photo album.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Because it was graduation.
Right.
You know, we graduated, so it's me and her in our ball cap and everything.
Sure.
But the funny thing is, at that graduation, me and her, we were cool, but I ended up speaking to somebody else at the graduation. She was a Puerto Rican. I ended up smashing her that night. So I was in my it's a funny story. I look back at it because my mom was like, "Yeah, she could be a good wife." I was like, "Yeah," but I ended up smashing the whore.
So, okay, that's a fucking crazy ass story, Ello.
Homeschool, man.
Dog, that's
crazy life.
That's insane, man. Like,
I have more crazy stories I think it's because of the fact that I was available at any time.
Well, yeah, like I would figure the homeschooling world is completely different from what we know as far as public education goes.
And I don't want to boast, but school is extremely easy for me. College was hard for me. High school was very easy, unless it's math. Math was the only thing to really trump me. But English, spelling, and all that shit, science, it was super easy because all you had to do was just read.
Yeah,
then just study, and then you got it. So I always separated time to study. And I would always nail my shit. So I never had, when I had homework, I'd always, get home, do my homework right there. Because I don't want to have anything to do later.
Right.
So, my best friend, he was much different. He would put off of that shit. That's why he'd never have time to do anything. Because at the last minute, he's got to study.
Right.
But me, I'd be I'm available all the time. Plus, I did homeschool, so... And I knew everybody that went to, Piper, went to Taravella. I went to BA, I went to Ely. So like I was always being called to come hang out here, to come hang out there. I've had some really fucking crazy stories.
I'm just for being on Earth. It's just bound to happen, you know. But like, I kind of want to stick on this little drug vibe right now that we're kind of going. So, all right. So that's how the first time you ever saw heroin at all live in the flesh. Mm-hmm. Okay. So
I think I may have saw cocaine one time with Ivan when we first hung out at some of the bars that we used to perform at. But like, I'd never seen them do it, but I've always seen people like rub their nose a lot. So I would always presume like they are doing it.
Oh yeah,
because they're super like they're like if if everybody had a runny nose, I'm like, what the fuck, is everybody sick in this bitch? And Ivan's like,
kinda, in
no,
a sort of way.
You idiot, like fucking. What'd you think? Everybody has the flu, bitch? Like,
yeah, exactly. No, I did cocaine twice for research purposes.
Well, and the results came inconclusive, so I had to do it again.
Well, no, one for result, and the second
for the show,
and the second for confirmation.
One for. That's a good one.
Very scientific.
I had to confirm that I was.
I legit. No, I swear to God, that's literally how I approached doing cocaine. I literally knew, I was like, if I can do this, I'm going to do this twice ever. One for the result, second for confirmation. So, a friend of mine manages to. We were all at a get together at his house. You know, they get their hands on some cocaine. And, you know,
what's the name, address, and sex type of this friend?
Cocaine.
Okay. Anyways, so the cocaine. So, mind you, when I did this, it was roughly anywhere between 2 to 3 o'clock. 2 to 3 o'clock in the morning.
Damn.
When this happens. At this point, I had already gone through a full day I had worked at my day job, and then went and did a show.
Were you working at Best Buy at this time?
No, this is way past that. I had did a gig that very same night, and then afterwards partied and hung out and everything. So by the time we got back to his house, the kind of like the after party, we, like, you know, for me at least, like, I was already like pretty much run down.
Oh, now, this serves Joe Boyga's story.
Now, he's like, serve. Here. And I'm like, at this point, I've never done it. So I'm like, I don't know, man. I'm not really for the, because you know what was the first thing that always pops in my mind when I think cocaine?
Dick.
Whoa. Holy shit.
Well, I'm asking you.
Well, then.
I knew that would have been a great thing to say. The reaction was perfect.
Freudian slip, maybe?
For what?
Ooh, perhaps, maybe so. For another story, another time.
So, what was it that you think of?
So, when I think cocaine, the first thing I think of is Len Bias.
Oh. But wait. Okay. Len Bias didn't overdose on cocaine.
Yes, he did.
Was he?
That's what he died of.
I'm thinking about somebody else.
Yeah, he died. Mind you, it was his first time ever doing it, and that's how he died. And he was gonna be
man.
Like,
that tells you Sir's age, because Len Bias was like.
Well, that's even before my time.
Right, but for you to remember that, it's because it was much closer.
I just knew the reference.
You know about it.
I just knew the reference.
Yeah.
But I knew the reference. You know what I'm saying?
Serve is not. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's how old Serve is. Mm-hmm. Because in his time, they were still referencing that. So because he doesn't remember it as a basketball fan, he remembers it as a cultural reference.
Like, so with that in my head, he's like, "Serve, you're doing this." And I'm just like,
it's a very pushy friend.
And I'm just like,
you're gonna do this or you're gonna die.
He's like, come on, man. I swear to God, I've already done it. It's fine. Nothing's gonna happen. And I'm like, and it is true. Like 3 people already done it. And I'm like, and you know, cocaine's fucking expensive. You know what I'm saying? Like
It is fucking expensive.
a line is basically like $30 or something. Like
God,
I don't like you know what I
never
mean?
get into
a
that
good
drug.
a good line. Yeah.
Yeah, and like when I went further into my research, the shit that they had, like the second time, was fish scale, like the crystal looking shit.
So
Like
how does-
it looked like fish flakes.
So the scales of a fish give it the color, or
That's what no. It the
What?
the
You
little
said fish scale. That's why I'm like, what
literally
is
the composition of it, like how it looks. It looks like the scales off of a fish.
Okay. See, the most I know about cocaine really is because of John Jones and USADA.
Okay, so here now,
And I know it can be cut with certain different things like ketamine,
right?
things of that nature.
So that's also another thing too. So going into it, luckily,
You're not allergic to ketamine. Or
this isn't ghost podcasting. I'm still here, so nothing happened to me as far as negative. But
Obviously.
We've been podcasting with the ghosts of Steven.
over here giving my government and shit, bro.
That's not even your name. Are you kidding me?
I was just that was the bit. You're supposed to.
You gave away your just.
You're supposed to yes and the bit.
Damn.
Just Jesus Christ.
Oh, you can't just.
He
yes
sucks.
And the bit.
He sucks.
Hi guys. My name is Wilmo.
Anyhow,
Well, sir,
So-
Wilmo uses his real name, so.
so he's like,
You guys
"Come
can
on,
call me
man."
Fat Joe.
He's like, "Come on, man. Do it." He's like, "Listen, it'll just
You got
be."
a super pushy
He's
friend.
like, he's like, it's just a bump, and I'm like, okay, fuck it, whatever.
Are you
Fuck
still
it.
friends with this guy now?
Yeah. So I go and he puts it down and what do you call it? He puts it just basically like right up to my nose. He just puts it like right up to my nose, and then what do you call it?
Then
And then I
inserts
just just quickly.
Take that shit.
Did you do?
Yeah.
Did you want to give the face?
So okay, I'm about to explain what my experience was. When you take it in, it's this heat at the base of where your eyes meet your nose at the beginning, right? Now the thing is that you can't really focus. You don't really start to realize it until if you do it repeatedly. So initially, it was just like this sharp, what do you call it? Not pain, but just this sharp fucking discomfort and sensation that started to heat up. But I'm too busy still going snorting and like opening up my nasal cavity as much as I can to just let it keep going in. Because what you want, the goal is, the reason why you use the like a rolled up dollar bill or something like that is because you want it to shoot directly into, you want it to cake onto the bottom of your brain. So,
See, that's where you lose me. Like, when shit's fucking with my brain now.
like, but same thing with marijuana.
Well, no, I know marijuana, but the fact that I have to insert it through my nose and it hit the tip of my
Not necessarily.
brain,
That's just one way
when
you
I
can
can
do
just
it.
smoke this motherfucker that I have rolled up
Well,
right
you
now.
can do it too, but you would just need baking soda to do it.
Baking soda.
So,
Whip it through the glass. Oh.
stupid motherfucker. So now, I'm too busy trying to get as much of the powder in up my nose.
Or
right?
what, are you leaning your head back or something?
Well,
you
like I would just tilt my head. I would just tilt my head back slightly.
This is a
you know
very
what I'm
good
saying?
story. Hearing this.
You know what I'm saying? To just help it go in.
What
Now,
do you feel like it's stuck?
well, here's the thing. You've done it correctly to a certain extent when in your mouth it starts to taste like you've chewed on an aspirin.
Oh.
So that means that the drip is happening. What has happened is
Yes.
that the powder, right, that has been sucked up and caked onto the base of your brain has now been completely succumbed by the mucus in your brain. So now it's melted, and now it's gone into the mixture, you know what I'm saying, to the sauce that is your brain. So now here's what happened physically to me as far as overall my body.
Hold on. Have you tried cocaine?
No, I have not tried.
Oh, okay. because the way Wilmo's saying it, I'm like, has Wilmo tried it?
No,
like,
I just know about the info, and I'm just like, yes,
Yeah.
knowledge, motherfucker.
Well, I mean, seriously.
The more you know.
Oh my god.
Ding, doom, ding. So now that I start to taste the aspirin, okay.
Oh, I can already tell. I already know the title of this.
You can
Cocaine stories. Cocaine and heroin
You say
stories.
it
That's
right.
perfect right
Cocaine.
there.
cocaine. The
say it
cocaine.
Cocaine.
So now I finally get all the
Cocaine.
powder in me. I start to taste the aspirin, and it's good cocaine when the numbing factor is quick and fast and
Wait,
hard.
What numbs?
Everything.
Oh,
If-
you're like your body.
Yeah.
If you can do what they call numbers, which is you can just dip your finger in the powder and then just rub it on your gums.
And what make your teeth numb?
Yeah.
And it just numbs your gums, and you just that's why if you see a lot of people out in clubs and stuff like that, and their jaws moving, and they're kind of twitchy and stuff like that. Yeah. Oh, they like to do that white baby. So
I've seen a lot of people like that.
Hell yeah.
they
Went
so
to
now,
Wonderland.
mind you, remember I had gone through an entire day. Okay, filled with not just work but shows and partying and everything, right? And I was completely just literally I was just starting to doze off in the couch when my boy was like, yo, come do this. So over here, I literally went from my tank as far as energy went from a 2 to a fucking on a scale to 10 it went to a 15. I literally went from just nodding off to, hey, what's going on, guys?
To
all
Hulk
right.
smash.
To all right, what's up? Let's go. What's going on?
Serve smash.
You know what I'm saying? And
Serve have cocaine and nose.
my entire fucking awareness level just went up completely, just back to normal. I literally I just woke up from a good nap.
Were you was your equilibrium off?
No. Now here's the thing. That was one of the points of contention when I did it. That entire time I sat down. I was sitting down when I was doing it. So I was never able to tell how it affected me physically as far as being able to walk and shit like that. So I went ahead, and as I'm sitting there, I'm completely on the up and up. I'm just going, and now as it's dripping,
Kind of sounds like it sends your senses to dial 10.
well, yeah, that's what it does. It just
were you,
it just
more
turns
self-aware?
it just turns everything up. Everything goes up.
Oh shit.
So you go ahead, and now because you're aware, you're more chatty and you're more talking to people just on the random, and all of a sudden it's just everybody's connecting with each other, and bro, we should totally have a party, do this over at my house next week, man. I'm telling you, man, we got a sweet, you just see people having these crazy ass conversations and everything. It's fucking hilarious.
And that's what you're doing? Yo, we should have a party at my mom's house. Bring the yacht, bring the bitches.
No.
I'll tell my mom she'll go away.
They're mostly there. There's a girl sitting across from me on another couch.
Slobbing someone off.
No. That'd be great. But no, she's just sitting there, and she's on her phone or whatever, and I'm just sitting here watching TV over here. But I'm completely watching it, watching the show and following the show. And mind you, literally all of this is happening within everything that I just explained to you. All happened in the span of 3 to 5 minutes.
How long does it last? It's 15 minutes, right?
That's what it lasted with me, about 15 to 20, right around there. Okay, now I didn't really crash, because of the fact that I was aware of what was happening to me physically. So as I started to feel the come down, I started to realize, okay, I feel like now I'm starting to feel like the drowsiness coming back, like the tired feeling I had from the day.
It's coming back.
Like I started to feel like slowly starting to creep back. You know what I'm saying? So I knew to like basically like I was able to like, you know, I made it so that like my landing, I was able to like stick the landing. You know what I mean? On the come down.
Yeah.
And I completely understood why people can get addicted to this shit. You know, because like I said, I mean, I'm literally like I went through a complete 180 as far as my energy and level and awareness level, and you know, like my cognitive level just like went up, like my mind just started racing even more than your average, you know what I'm saying? And I was going. Now, I wasn't at no point did I freak out, you know, or have a bad ride the entire time, because I was so busy like trying to translate what was happening to me in my head, you know, while my shit is like fucking, you know, already tweaked as it is. And I want to say it was closer to 20 minutes that it lasted for me, you know. And as I was coming back down, like I was, you know, now the one thing I don't like about it is that you have to, like ecstasy and shit like that, you have to constantly drink water.
So it's kind of like if you're doing ecstasy.
Oh wait, are we on ecstasy?
Mm-mm.
Well, no, he's saying it's like
No,
ecstasy.
we're still on cocaine.
Oh.
It's kind of like on ecstasy where you have to hydrate, but not because your body temperature goes up and you might overheat and fucking, you know, get heat stroke, but because of the simple fact that because of the drip, that means that the cocaine, the excess residue of the cocaine, that it's literally starting to melt down to just streak down your brain and everything like that, and you start to feel it in the back of your throat. That's when you start to taste the aspirin. Remember, it's cocaine, and if it's really good cocaine, it numbs your shit really fast. So now your entire esophagus and the back of your throat and your lining of your throat and everything that just kind of comes down starts to numb out. Now, at first I started to bug out because I'm like, I tried to swallow, and I had a hard time swallowing. So at first I thought I was having an allergic reaction.
Oh, shit.
You know, but...
Lead bias.
Right.
I'm dying.
Right.
This is it.
Exactly. However, I did have the presence of mind to realize that what happened to Lenny Bias wasn't that he had a hard time swallowing, it was his heart. And I had no problem with my heart. My heartbeat, my heart rate had elevated tremendously, I'm not going to lie. It was thumping a little bit, but I knew that was going to happen with cocaine already.
Cocaine.
I feel like there should be like a shaker or something, like every time you say it, you know.
Shake.
Cocaine.
Fucking stupid.
Right? And
Idiots.
yo. So
Well, you guys can have that one.
we're sitting there. So now we're sitting there, and I'm talking to all of them and everything like that. And then they're like, "Hey, sir, do you want to do it again?" I'm like, "No, I'm good. I'm good."
Enough drip.
So I didn't like the fact that I had to constantly drink water and like maintain an active level of hydration because of the dryness in my throat that I felt, especially. And then on top of that, add the numbness. I didn't like that discomfort of just that inconvenience of just not being able to just, you know, like at first when I started to drink it, I started to spill it because I couldn't really like my tongue, like the back of my tongue was like numb and shit like that.
Yeah, at that point you're wasting quality H2O.
Exactly. Quality H2O. You spit in the cooler.
You can't spill it.
So now, I'm sitting there all geeked up. Everybody's having a good time. You know, they asked me if I want to do it again. I'm saying no. So then, on the calm down though, I went, mind you, so I went from being at a 2 to a fucking 15. When I came back down, I was probably like at a 4. How, so I wasn't, I went from being drowsy to like, now it just felt like I came back after a long day of work. I'm tired, but like, I'm okay, but like the only way I could describe it, it's like Superman flying and then landing. Like it was just like, and like just balls to the wall. You just go, and then just ooh. All right. For about a solid 20.
So when was the second time you did it? The same night?
No. We're talking literally, I think, a year later. That one was literally just like they as soon as they just kind of like brought it around, I just had a wild hair on my ass that day. I had a few beers in me. And by this time I had already done a few other things prior to this, so I was just like, fuck it, why not? And this is when I did the fish scale. So that one, it's just that, like, that thing was just all the things that felt, but just better. It wasn't as traumatic at first, also, just because I already had that. I already rode that ride before.
You used to.
So I knew how it went.
It's always that first one. You gotta the cautious time. After you do it, like when I did the weed, the first time that was lace, and I didn't know, I was super like. Your very first time you smoke weed, you're out of it. It's a very strong hit, no matter what it is.
The first time I smoked weed, I didn't even get high.
See, I've heard people say that before.
Yeah,
I feel like you
didn't really
didn't
get
smoke
high.
It right.
No. We smoked it. We smoked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, your time is a lot different than mine.
That's right.
4 years.
I used rocks to get the spark.
Yeah. I am man.
Yeah. You know
this
what I'm
is
saying?
weed.
Yeah. This marijuana.
Get this man some weed.
Get this man some weed. We are from Wakanda.
This racist motherfucker.
Oh, God.
Wakanda forever.
Yeah. So the second time, man, that fish scale, like it made it so that
No, but I was saying, like 4 years though, it could for you and me, 4 years can be a very big gap.
in this day and age,
yeah, this day and age,
that's a generation gap to me.
Yeah.
Now 5 years is a generation
because
gap.
4 years. Think about it. 4 years for you, all they really had was Reggie. If you really think about it,
At the beginning,
there was some
good weed was around, but
it was much harder to come by.
Not even so much that, it's just that I didn't know anybody or that could get it to me.
By the time I started smoking, Reggie and good weed were on the same level. Like you can get good weed or you can get Reggie. It was like up to you. What do you want to spend on? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Back then, you could have got weed, but it probably wasn't great weed. When the weed I got, it was good weed. But think about it like this. I got fucking, like, we were, where we lived. Yeah, I got blazed. I got fucked up. We were sitting in the grass smoking.
Well, I mean, when that shit was if the shit was laced, I mean, then
I was laying in the grass and I was just trying to fucking figure out
survive.
life.
You were just trying to survive at that point.
I was just
see, that's not cool, man.
I didn't feel like I was like tripping. I was just like I don't know how to explain it. It felt like my body became extremely, like I was just lazy. I didn't want to move from the spot I was. I was just so like, and if I got up, my equilibrium was like all over the place.
See, like my fear of like just getting dosed without my knowledge is like so great. Like I don't like, to me, it's like when I remember when we were on the Currency tour and people were like throwing blunts and J's on the stage and shit like that, and they were picking them up, and I'm like, if they actually smoked that shit, I'm like, how do you know that one of these motherfuckers didn't like lace that shit with something or dip it in fucking embalming fluid or something?
How you know one of these
crazy.
motherfuckers don't got
That's what
herpes?
Sherm is. Sherm is a joint dipped in embalming fluid,
It's fucking gross.
bro. Out in the West?
Oh
yo?
no, I would have brought my own.
I don't
weed.
want niggas to do that.
If I had gone on the tour with you guys, I would have brought my own weed. We'd have been smoking.
Everybody brought their own weed.
No, I mean like no one's touching my shit besides maybe Surf. and like,
Oh no! See, that was the thing. Like, when even through high rollers, like, it wasn't like you can go smoke a personal.
Did you guys even have a weed man with you at all times? Because I remember I remember that was the thing that Ivan was like telling us, that we were gonna have a weed guy. He's
kind
gonna
of.
come with us, and he's gonna supply us with nothing but weed.
Wilmo knows the story because I put it up on the chat.
Yes, I do.
And the
our chat or
no.
your home chat?
Yeah, my other chat. The what do you call it?
Don't invite me to.
Oh, Jesus Christ! The whole the second time then with it, the cocaine man, like that shit.
Cocaine man.
That cocaine man.
That cocaine guy.
Bro, that white bro. That cocaine bro.
That cocaine's a hell of a drug.
It really is. It really fucking is. And then especially, and now working where I work and seeing people that are pretty much on that shit all the time.
Yeah, some of the people that are by Sir's job are like toasted.
The area that I work at is pretty sketch. So it's like a Walking Dead cast audition outside, basically. But yeah, that's when I did cocaine.
Thank you for sharing.
It's a hell of a drug.
It's a hell of a drug. What's like the most, I guess, the craziest drug you've done so far? What, Molly, I guess it would be?
Acid, I guess.
Oh, yeah, okay, LSD, yeah.
What's
Yeah,
that?
I'd put that up there.
Does that send you to another plane of existence? Do you see Jimi Hendrix?
I don't see Jimi Hendrix. I've always wanted to look at one of my posters of Jimi Hendrix and trip on it, but I haven't gotten a chance. It's a very cool painting, though. That's why.
Here's a story, a shroom story. It was that time that we were at Cloud City.
Yeah.
It was you, me, and Los, and we did shrooms, and then Wilmo had to go.
Yeah, I was tripping so hard for a good bit.
I remember you telling me this story, but it wasn't. I don't know what you're about to tell me, but I remember you telling me, like, you ended up leaving, and I was just like, "Wait, you did shrooms and left?"
Yeah.
He's like, "Yeah, I have shit to do." I'm like, "But you're on shrooms."
Yeah.
It's like, and he was like, "That doesn't mean my shit don't get done." I'm like,
Yeah, the shrooms took me a little longer to master because the physical effects were a little bit, especially because I was doing good shrooms and then okay shrooms and bad shrooms.
I'm not gonna
and then
lie,
good
I didn't know about
shrooms.
what shrooms were really until that movie with. He was in Superbad, the skinny one.
Michael Cera.
Remember that movie where it was him, but he had like his alter ego, Raphael.
Oh, right.
Remember that
right.
one scene where he's like, "I'll just try one shroom," and then his alter ego comes and just grabs the entire bag, and he have fun with that. Just takes. He has one shroom, right? Mm-hmm. And the guy tells him, like, "These are some heavy shrooms. You don't want to take too much of this." And the guy's like, "All right." So he takes like a piece of one and has it. He's like, "That should be enough." And his fucking alter ego comes, takes the whole bag, looks at him, and eats it. And he's like, "Have fun with that, muchacho."
Yeah, that's a lot.
And the way he tripped out, I'm like, that's probably what it must be like.
Well, they exaggerate a little bit for effect there.
Yeah, but I'm like, it has to be like you're not, you're in a different world.
It's not as crazy as it sounds. Like, yes, your vision is altered and stuff like that, but not in the ways that they may fucking make it seem.
I've heard one person on Reddit explain it as he was looking at a poster of he had that famous painting at night with the moon,
Starry Night,
right?
Van Gogh.
So he was looking at that and he took shrooms and then he was in there, he was in the countryside and he looked and it was like golden stars and I was like, what the fuck?
He was there.
He was there. That's awesome.
Seeing?
That's fucking awesome.
How much did he take?
I don't remember. He didn't explain it. He was just explaining of what he saw.
Like on shrooms?
On shrooms, yeah. And he said, I don't remember being in my room. I can only explain it as a countryside, and I'm next to a barn, and I just see golden stars and a blue moonlight.
Oh, that's awesome.
That nigga was in the painting, my
That's
dog.
fucking
He
awesome.
woke up like at one point he just blacked out, and he woke up and he
Fell
was
asleep and went.
Yeah, he fell asleep. That's awesome.
I heard one about some guy
That's so peaceful.
who he actually
freedom
doesn't
is-
do shrooms anymore because he feels like he may not be able to because he was a super religious person back then. So when he had taken shrooms, what he started seeing was God. He saw the devil, and what he basically was seeing was like God judging him
From his own imagination.
right.
Yeah.
And when at the end he said he was sent down to hell, and that's when he saw the devil.
Oh,
And then he woke
Jesus.
up, and that's just like he's like, I
That
don't think
motherfucker just needs
and
therapy.
Somebody told somebody.
Easy.
He said a friend of his told him he may not be able to do shrooms just because of the life he lived.
Yeah.
Because it's ingrained in
It's
him.
way
And
too- yeah.
And he says what shrooms does, it's like it opens your subconscious.
It unlocks everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's what you feel like you're not thinking, you're gonna see. It's gonna open that door. So like that's what they would say. But there's some people who probably can. It's all based on how you are. Like sometimes there could be some people who just can't because they would see some really creepy shit, and if they're cool with that, they might be some really they might be some mass murderers.
Yeah, if you're like
Oh, no.
if your emotions were an asylum, and all your emotions are in every cell, right? And they only come out when they're supposed to and stuff like that. Like shrooms basically just is just it unlocks all the doors, and then everybody just runs rampant.
See, for me, I feel like it's either going to go two ways. And this is the scary thing about me taking shrooms. I feel like you'll either go peaceful way because I like anime and, all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Or I might go because I'm not going to lie. Sometimes I think of some dark shit,
Well,
I
a lot of
feel
people,
you.
well, yeah, a
And
lot
I
of
feel
people
like
do.
everybody, but I feel like I have more than usual. So I'm like, if I take it, there's a chance
That's what I'm saying.
that
That's
might
why.
pop up.
That's why you don't do it alone. You do that with other people that you know and trust and everything like that.
I need
because
someone to give me the ultimate pimp slap to wake me up.
No, you just need it you just need a very positive atmosphere.
I'll just
bro.
knock you off a chair, like in Inception.
Huckleberry film, yeah.
I'll knock you into a chair into a bathtub.
6 foot, 7 foot. That's all I can remember from the video. Oh
This
my
motherfucker.
god!
But I remember with Los, we fucking watched Justice League Throne of Atlantis.
Oh, is that the one where he said that he became Batman? He felt like somebody told me that they watched a Batman movie, then they became Batman.
God damn.
I think I probably told you that.
It was no. I think it was Carlos.
Oh,
Because
yeah, I think
you
it
guys
was
were
Carlos,
watching
yeah.
a Batman movie,
Well, yeah, Justice League Throne
right?
of
And
Atlantis.
he's like, I became a Batman. Like,
It's
what?
funny.
I was like-
Coincidentally, he was over at the house the other.
When
He
you
was over at the
it
house
was
the other
that
day.
I think you guys just did it like that week.
But we what do you call it? He was over at the house the other day, and he was like, "Yo, remember when he brought up the story?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "I recently watched it." And he's like, "It's crazy without the shrooms." I was just like, "I don't get it."
Ah. God damn it.
But yo, like watching that movie on shrooms, and those were really good fucking shrooms at one time. Holy shit!
Where'd you get it from?
I don't know. Wilmo got them. That's all I know.
Oh, you got it from Wilmo.
So then, what do you call it, bro? Like the only way to describe it, like the visual effects, is remember the Hypnotoad from Futurama?
Yeah.
Like you know how his eyes are like all yeah, like that's what it looks like. Like the you see the TV, you see Vizio, but everything is all like and all wonky and shit. Like your cell phone, the brightness to the lights because your eyes are so dilated. You know, they can take in so much light. When you turn on your phone, if your brightness is high, it's like holy shit, it's almost blinding.
What me and Germs were trying to do for years, this was way before I met you. Well, we weren't trying to do shrooms. We wanted to go to the next level. We wanted to do DMT. We were doing a lot of research in that and trying to figure out where to get it. But it was super hard to find.
Of course.
I think now it's much easier. But this is back in 2010. We were like, damn, no, it's hard to find. Like everywhere, we asked everybody. There's like no one with a connection.
Thank you.
But we would read about it. We'd be like, yo,
Thank
we
you,
gotta try that.
thank you to Nando for that one. I was able to check that off the list too.
I want to try DMT because literally we were doing so much research. We found a couple articles of people on Reddit who said they did it, and it was like some amazing shit. But it's like some scary shit though. You've done it, DMT? Where'd you go? Because one guy said that he went to Narnia.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, where did I go?
Yeah, one guy. There was a story, and it was on the news. He took DMT, and because he didn't know what he would like. He walked out his door, and in his mind, he thought he was going somewhere. He just walked into traffic.
Oh my god!
And just got hit by a car.
Oh, that was.
But he didn't know he was. It was like he was somewhere else.
Oh, that was foolish.
You know what I'm saying?
So
that was the only thing. Like that's why me and Jervis was like, all right, somebody might need to not be high, and someone can get high. Because we got to see what the other one's doing. Because there was also reports about people like, jabbing themselves with knives in their head, thinking that it's something else.
Yeah, those are people that aren't in a good mental state to begin with. People that do that shit. Those are people that were sick in the head to begin with.
Yeah,
so
they just never.
They
just never treated it. You know what I'm saying? So, what do you call it? I was able to do it earlier this year, actually. Was it earlier? Yeah, it was earlier this year.
Yeah.
What do you smoke it? What is it?
Yes, you smoke it.
So it's something smoked.
Well, no, there's other ways to intake it. Apparently,
there's a lot of ways.
There's ways to. I believe there's a way that you could ingest it. There's
a way you can spray it into your face.
Apparently so. Yeah, I've heard that too. Tinctures as well.
Which the spray they say is the best one.
Not to mention,
because you spray it and you just immediate. It's like one guy said he sprayed it, closed his eyes, opened it, he's there. He wasn't home anymore.
Oh, see, that's the thing. You're not supposed to really keep your eyes open. You're supposed to close your eyes. So the way that I did it was it was very damn near clinical almost.
Open your third eye.
I kind of did actually.
That's why he's an asshole now.
I was in I was at the the sofa in my house. The both corners they recline. So I was on one of the ends, and I reclined on the seat, and I kind of like crossed my arms over myself, almost corpse style, and I just kind of kept them there, and I just breathed normally. So it's like a white powdery substance. So apparently they say that the best way to, according to my boy, said the best way to ingest it is to when you smoke it, you pack a bowl of weed, and then you put the DMT on top, so you do the whole thing all in one sitting, and then you so that you don't just it's not just a straight shot of DMT. You smoke the weed to kind of.
What does it look like? Does it look like what I imagine it to look like? Is probably not it, but what I imagine it is like the fucking plant from Wakanda. That's what I think of, the glowing plant that gives T'Challa his Black Panther power. That's what I think you would be sprinkling on your weed.
That was a stop on the trip.
Did it glow?
Like visually, it felt it went like I went into hyperspeed. Like in Star Wars, just all the and then remember in Doctor Strange. Remember in Doctor Strange when the Ancient One knocks Stephen out of his physical body into the spiritual realm?
Yeah.
And then she flings him through all that shit.
Oh, you saw Dormammu?
Like, visually, that's what was happening to me. That's what I was going through. I was just being thrusted through these entire universes and dimensions. And then at one point I got stuck. Remember I was telling you? At one point I got.
Did you find Janet?
Janet.
He hasn't seen the movie. That's how I know.
So, I got stuck.
Go watch Ant-Man, nigga.
And no, I haven't. So, I got stuck, and.
What do you mean you got stuck?
Like.
What were you seeing, first of all? Like,
that's the thing. At one I got stuck.
This is all with your eyes closed.
Yes.
Okay. So this is what you're seeing in your mind.
Yes. When I mean I got stuck is like I went from being in hyperspeed to all of a sudden everything just kind of like doop, just kind of paused.
Was it a doot or a doop?
No, just a pause. It went from do it.
Okay.
And I'm like, what? And then I felt like a little bit of my anxiety level going up slightly. Like I started to feel slightly anxious, but then I'm like, relax, calm down. You know, I breathed and I talked myself down.
Respira.
And then all of a sudden, I don't want to say something spoke to me, but all of a sudden this feeling of something guiding me, like, oh, hey, just hold my hand, just follow where I'm going to go.
You became a believer.
No, by no stretch of the imagination.
Don't automatically assume it has to do something with religion.
Yeah. So, this feeling of like,
or energy.
It's gonna be okay. Mind you, I was sitting there all of a sudden starting to feel like I was starting to panic for a second, and so I'm sitting there talking to myself down. So, I guess in the vision it translated to all of a sudden just this overwhelming feeling of everything's going to be okay.
Are you by yourself doing this?
No. Wilmo was there. Trevor was there. A couple of our two other buddies were there.
I didn't get a fucking call?
No. So then we went ahead, and as I'm sitting
earlier
there
this year. You asshole! You think I missed that part?
No, you just weren't around.
Yeah, you just weren't around.
What do you mean I wasn't around?
Like
I was always around.
You weren't in my house at that time.
This was like late at night, bro. Like this, like you weren't around at the time. Like
there's called a cell phone.
Yeah, no.
I could have been called. I could have brought more weed.
Oh.
I could have brought my
God.
fucking presents.
That's all we like.
At that time,
I could bring more of that thing that we have in abundance in the house.
At that time, my presents.
Weed.
Listen,
That's
at
all
that
we
time, my
want from
presence
weed.
was golden. Like being around me was like the best time of your lives.
Anyhow,
Now it's like second best.
all of a sudden, hyperspeed came back, and then I got like unstuck, and then just back at it again. And I mean, it was like that scene in 2001 where you're inside the mainframe and shit like that. And then at one point it was like basically like Dormammu land, and then at one point I went through the spirit world of Wakanda like type deal looking fucking things, and I just went through like just literally just and I was just a passenger the entire time on this bullet train through the like all these like dimensional tours on this dimensional tour that I was kind of going through. Now, to this day, out of everything that happened that day when I did it, the biggest thing that trips me out still is the time.
So stupid. I try to make it gay, but in a way he can't put it back on me.
He's just saying that because his butthole hurts.
Yeah. His butthole hurts a lot.
What? In my butt?
Yeah, exactly. So,
I hope we have South Park fans so they can understand that reference. Because then they're just going to be like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? What in his butt?
well, it's not from South Park. It's from that YouTube video.
Well, yeah, but I remember from South Park. That's where I first heard it. I didn't. Wait, there's an actual video for that?
Yeah.
There's an actual kid that does that video?
It's not a kid. It's this big.
Oh, okay.
It's this gay black dude.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say, I'm like, what? There's an actual YouTube video of a kid saying what in his butt? Get the fuck out of here. What the fuck is wrong with the world? I thought they were just like making fun of like YouTube videos.
Dude, don't be like that. I mean, like that country boy, you know.
Hey, man.
He has. I think didn't he come out with like an album?
Which country boy?
The yodeling Walmart kid.
Yeah, he got signed to fucking Atlantic Records.
Of course.
The yodeling kid.
Of course, because he's white. Because he's white.
He can sing his heart out.
But bro, now in my
I don't
head,
even know what yodeling sounds like.
in my head, the entire time, I counted to 36 Mississippi. Okay? From dropping out to coming back, 36 Mississippi in my head.
That's how long you were there?
When I come back out, I come back, 9 minutes had passed. Almost 10.
So you were just traveling through different spans of space?
That's what it felt like.
Different planes of existence, is that what it is?
Like I was just
It sounds like you're just passing through realms.
yeah, that's exactly what it felt like. Just passing through just different worlds and different sceneries. And
I felt the
different
same thing when Illuminati first put the third eye within me. And Hiei and Kurama were there. Yusuke was not far behind in the Dark Tournament.
Dun, 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 dun.
I'm guessing it's a Naruto reference.
No, it's Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yeah.
No, because in Yu Yu Hakusho, a character named Hiei has
I really don't
he has a
care.
third eye.
Oh, TN. Okay.
That too, yeah, TN too, third eye, yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
So how did you feel after? Like, did you feel like awakened? Did you feel like
I
you
felt
learned?
tired a little bit. Like I was like a little groggy, and like I felt like I came back from like a really intense, like I slept for a long time, out of turn of the day. You know what I mean? Like in the middle of the day, I slept for like 5 hours for some reason, type deal, like that type of wake up. You know. But you know, eventually afterwards, I was just like, I was okay, I was good to go. But like, it did take me a little bit, you know, because overall, I felt good the entire time. But if you don't go into it with the mentality of everything you see doesn't necessarily reflect what's actually in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
Then you're gonna have a bad time.
Like a really bad time.
Yeah.
When's the first time that you got? Since we're keeping up with the theme of this, it's actually really good. When's the first time you got like filthy drunk? Like that you
Filthy
can
drunk?
remember that you yourself, like my time. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was 23 and I was on a Sunday at the basketball court.
I like how he's answering his own question.
Oh yeah, I'm turning around on me. Did you guys not know that? I do me first and you guys do you. No, but like I just wanted, because I wanted to bring up the story. Like that was the first time I got where like I stood up and as I'm walking, shit's not adding up. I want to go straight, but I'm heading right. That was the first and only time, because I'm like, and I drove like that.
Oh my god, bro! What the fuck?
I had to
man?
get home. Because if I it was either that or I tell my mom I'm like drunk.
Oh my
and if
god!
I do,
You just said the tagline for like my worst experience with alcohol.
Is that what it is?
Oh, I had to get home.
Hold on. So this is what happened. So I started drinking, and mind you, I didn't know how to fucking.
What
do
were
that.
you drinking?
Man, they had Bacardi. They had.
Oh,
whiskey.
you mixed, didn't you, you motherfucker?
Yeah. So this
Yeah,
is what
you
I was
did.
doing. This is what I was doing.
All right, what'd you start with?
I started with the Bacardi, and what I did.
Bacardi what? Like flavored shit?
Bacardi Fusion.
You fucking faggot.
Because no, this is what all they were drinking. They were getting Bacardi pineapple and everything. Jamaicans, you know, they like their liquor, but with a little like flavor in it.
with a little faggotry. Gotcha.
Because one of the biggest things that they drink and Jamaicans import is I forgot what the fuck the drink is, man, but it's like one of them is a Jamaican Me Happy flavor, where it has like it has peach or whatever, but it's all liquor. It's cooler drinks, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But that's what, you know, Jamaican people love, that, you know, when you have liquor and you have like some type of I guess like fruit element in it, like just like, because all they got was pineapple, fusion, fruit punch, like different. It was never just Bacardi. Mm-hmm. If they did have something, it was like 1600, but they wouldn't mix shit like that with. They would drink it straight.
True.
I was mixing it with Gatorade. Like this, like, so I'm done playing. Mind you, I'm done playing ball, and at that time, I'm playing like 10 games. I'm getting there at 6 a.m. and I'm finishing at like fucking 12 o'clock.
Bring it closer.
I'm playing. I'm finishing at 1 o'clock. So that's when I was super active. I was playing ball, like, so I'm dead tired, and we're just hanging out. Sometimes on Sundays is like a big day. Every Sunday, you know, all the older guys come out, and sometimes they'll bring a barbecue. It'd be like a little like thing that we do. Play ball. There's like everybody's playing ball. There's 6 courts, and everybody's playing.
Sure.
So I usually just have one. You know, I basically put up to here. Like, this is what I'll have left. Exactly this much, because I always bring it to that level. And I'll put up to here of liquor. I'll just drink this, and then I'll be good. I'll drink this as I'm going home. I will just be a little toasty.
Okay.
So this time I was like, oh, I got time. I finished playing ball at like 10. I was like, all right, I got time to chill. I don't got to leave until 12. So I started drinking. So I had 3. But I was mixing them, like, as I was going, I was mixing them way different proportions. So I started normally, but as this got here, I remixed it, and I just put liquor. And I kept putting...
to where?
Up to... So I got up to here, maybe, and I put liquor back up to here.
Eee.
And I drank
Now
it
it's
here.
even.
Now it's even. Then I put it here, and then I put it right back where it was.
Oh, you're dumb.
So then by the time the third one was done, it's 12. So I'm like, I gotta go. I haven't gotten up at all yet.
Ay, Dios mío.
I haven't gotten up at all. I'm still sitting down.
So wait,
Mind you, I'm not even sitting on the bleachers. Wait. I'm laying down on the court, on the cage, watching the game, because that's the best angle. It's right by the bleachers, just like this like little lay down area that has mats. You can lay down there, because a lot of when they do
a lot of people be fucking.
No, a lot of people.
Oh, okay.
They have to stretch if there's a tournament game. They have trainers and everything, so they stretch.
I stretched you right before I get into
I always stretch before I fucking play, bro.
Stretch that pussy out, motherfucker. Oh, nigga.
But no, like I always had issues with cramps and everything, including if you like drink too much water, because you have to stay hydrated.
I hear cranberries juice is good around that time.
Sometimes it's It depends how much water you really drink.
Well, yeah. I mean, especially if you're having a heavy flow and shit, I can understand.
I never drink Gatorade when I played ball. Like I drink it after. Gatorade is not good for you when you.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Water is the best thing for you.
I'm sure that week, you're not good. He still doesn't get it.
I still don't know, but no, like because I was always taught from my basketball coaches, you never drink. I mean, there's Gatorades now that are performance based, so you can drink in the middle of games. But like this Gatorade, you're not supposed to drink this Gatorade. This Gatorade you can drink if you're working out, but when you're doing a high level of basketball, soccer, you can't drink Gatorade. That's not going to replenish enough electrolytes, and you're just filling your belly up with juice.
All electrolytes is just salt.
Yeah, I mean, but you can get it back with water.
Not really. It just doesn't have the salt content in it. It's just not as great. That's all.
But
this is just—it's literally just a way to deliver. It's a salt delivery mechanism with a palatable flavor for you to be able to ingest it with.
Yeah.
When did you start working for Gatorade?
I don't. If anything, I'm talking against it right now. Do I confuse you when I speak?
Fuck what you saying, son? I'm going home. I'm going home. Anyways, so I had by that time I already knew as I got up, as I'm putting my leg up, like to empoyarme. I don't know really how to say it in English. I don't know.
Get leverage.
To get leverage. I felt it, and I immediately dropped, and I didn't understand. I didn't understand what was going on because I'd never gotten that fucked up. In my mind, I'm like, I have like.
So you basically dosed yourself without realizing
right,
it?
And then I look and I'm like, how much did I really have to drink? And then I start looking and I'm like, oh my god.
You started doing the math.
I started doing the math and I'm like, I never refilled the Gatorade. Holy shit. I just been filling this shit up with liquor. And by the time I'm done, there's nothing left. So mind you, I go from here, put liquor up to here, drink all that, then put it back here, drink all that, then put it back. By the time that third one, now that's just liquor.
Right, for the most part.
Yeah, for the most part, because I've already.
The ratio is more liquor than it is juice, but yeah, okay.
So then I try to get up again, and I start using the fence to help me. So I finally get up after like maybe 5 minutes of because
struggling.
No, because every time I put like my foot, it started shaking, and I was just like I couldn't keep my balance. Like, what I wanted to do was not functioning with what my legs were trying to do.
Oh,
Like, in my mind, I'm like, all right, stand up. And my legs were just not. And I'm like, all right. I had to will myself to, like, make my legs, because my legs just didn't want to. Like, the fucking shit was not working upstairs. Shit was like, nah, nigga, we not moving until you're cool. Like, you want to... This is fucking red moment.
That's insane.
So then I try to walk. I fall the first time. The first step, to my right knee, like I did the Tebow. And the guys are like, the Jamaican, you all right, man? I'm like, I'm good. And
Wait, did you say it in a Jamaican accent?
yeah, they're all Jamaican.
Wait, did you say it in
Yeah.
a Jamaican?
Oh, did I respond back? No.
Yeah.
The only time I responded back in Jamaican accent.
Me good man.
Me good man. So they'd be like, you all right, man? Bigga was one of the
Yes, me dads.
Bigga was one of the cool guys that I've known for years. He's been at that park for a lot of people that come and go. Like over the years, I've known him at that park for maybe like 7-8 years.
He was the park guy.
Yeah, that was his park. He lives close by. His kids go to the school right there.
Oh, okay.
He's
I thought you were
like-
talking about a homeless dude that lived
No.
in the park for a second.
He was like, we called him Bigga because obviously he was like a big dude.
Oh,
Like,
homeless Charlie. Yeah, we know him.
he was like 6'5", but the funniest thing, like when it came to basketball, all he ever did was back you down and do a hook shot.
Yeah.
He didn't know how to shoot. He didn't have a shot. It was his hook. He would literally do a 3-point hook shot.
True.
It was the funniest shit in the world. So he sees me struggling. He's like, "You're right," and I'm like, "Yeah, I think I'm drunk." And he's like, "You're more than drunk. You can't walk. You're fucked up." So, it took me 20 minutes to get to my car. I had to stop 3 times between the fence that I was. Let me paint the picture.
How old are you?
I was 23.
Okay.
The car's there. This is the beginning of the sidewalk, and then it's a cage here, 2 basketball courts, and then a walkway in the middle of another cage with 2 basketball courts. So there's 4 in total. So the walkway goes in the middle of it. It's the Cypress Park.
Gotcha.
So I'm all the way on the left cage at the end back by the bleachers. I'm literally at the other side.
Oh my god.
So I walked from there to the opening of where the walkway is. I had to stop there. From the walkway, midway to the exit, I had to stop. There was a bench there. I had to like regain my composure. Because now it starts to seep in that I want to throw up. I feel like throwing up.
I just picture Ello's stomach just like taking the momentum with him.
Well, mind you, I'm not this size.
Oh, right. You were bigger. Right?
No. I was I was 23. I was going to college. I was playing basketball for Broward. I was
Okay,
Yeah, this
okay,
is
okay.
the leanest that I was. This
Oh,
is
okay,
way
sure,
before
sure,
the
sure,
accident.
sure. Oh, this is sexy Yellow.
Yeah. This is when I was rocking some really nice clothing. I got some Sean Johns in the closet.
Got that fat farm, baby. What's up?
I actually had a Fat Farm hat and
Are
a
you
shirt.
serious?
That's when Fat Farm was back in the day.
That was
that
heavy,
was
bro.
that was at the tail end of it.
Yeah.
I was
Tail end.
23.
Got that in
That's
each
2000. That's like 2011, 2012.
I got that 555 soul, baby. What's up?
That's when Echo had a store in Sawgrass. You remember that?
Oh my God, yeah.
That
Echo.
Echo. I actually got a couple of good pants from there. They had decent pants. Shirts, no, because it was just littered with a rhino on the fucking side of it.
What was the other one?
What, a clothing store like Echo?
Not clothing store, but just the other brand. The
Fat
Rockaware.
Farm?
Rockaware was on deck.
Fubu.
Fubu was on deck.
Fubu. Why else? Fuck you.
He's in his own little world right now.
That's hey.
He's in his
Whenever
own
you get a
little
chance to reference How High, you gotta. It's
like
a classic movie.
yeah, that fucking yeah. They're saying they're probably gonna do a sequel.
Oh,
they're doing a
please
sequel.
don't. Please don't.
They're saying they're doing a sequel.
If they should have done the sequel when Redman and Method were at that age.
Yeah.
Like now it's just. I mean they're.
If anything, I think they should do it now because they're at their most popular now.
I think so. Redman's not as popular as he used to be.
No, they're not. Now they're at legendary status.
Yeah, sure.
They're OG status.
But within the hip hop community.
Right. That's who they marketed for at the beginning
Yeah,
too.
but when they did the How High, they were much more popular within all of them. Like,
No, How High became a little bit more popular within that community, not their music.
But yeah, I got to my car, and driving was. I took nothing but back roads, and whenever I saw a car, I just didn't drive. I didn't move.
What do you mean?
I waited until the car passed me. Until the car was way beyond me.
Right.
I'm not going to hit anybody.
Yeah, I'm not risking
Even
anything.
if they fucking honk my horn behind me, they're going to have to move around me. I'm going to, I didn't take any streets.
Right.
I took literally each.
I hovered the entire time.
Yeah.
Damn.
So,
Where we're going, we're not going to need
I made it home.
roads.
And the hardest part was now like, oh my God. My mom doesn't know that I do this. My mom knows that I go to the basketball court and play basketball. She doesn't know I'm fucking drinking.
Right.
You know,
oh, so now you got to go home, right?
Mind you, yeah, I'm going home. So I make it home, and it took me forever to get up the fucking stairs because I'm just like I don't know why it felt like, but I was like, if it was like magma around me, lava or some shit. Because every time I move, I'm looking down like this is a movie, and I'm like, I'm about to fall, and I don't know what I was doing, but I just remember doing that. I'm like, at the end, I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? And I just start walking because I got my equilibrium somewhat back. I'm still a little groggy, but I can walk finally. But for the whole time, I'm like, and then at the end, I'm
Like he's walking off the side of a cliff.
yeah, and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? I'm such an idiot. And I just start walking to my door, and then I'm like, hola, mommy. Like, open the door, and I have to, because I'm like, I have to sound like me. And I just fucking beeline to the bathroom. Like, I'm gonna take a shower now, and I just stayed in the shower for like maybe an hour. I just sat in the tub. Well, that's when I could sit in the tub back then. I sat in the tub, and I was just like in like Indian style. just like the hot water just hitting my head. I'm just like, oh my God.
Sometimes you need to do that.
Oh man.
I tried to do cold, but it was I was already, what's it called? I can't do cold water after playing basketball. I have to do hot water.
True.
I would have probably felt way better with cold water.
Yeah, it wakes you up a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I had to do, because the thing is, when you play basketball, you have to cover yourself up because you can get a cold very quickly.
True.
Very quickly, including if you sweat a lot. And when I finish playing basketball, bro, my fucking clothes are drenched in sweat. Like, I always have backup clothes, but I just didn't have the presence of mind to put I usually take my shirt off and I put it in the trunk, and then I have already another shirt on me because I have to try to stay. I've gotten flu so many times in basketball camps because of not doing that. I learned because my coach told me to do it. I would literally get the flu every month at one point.
Jeez.
Because I would sit going to the car in my fucking, just my jersey, drenched. Mind you, I don't wear an underneath shirt. So I'm like, my body's somewhat exposed. In air condition that's beaming after you're playing a fucking hard ass game of basketball.
Oh, you're just dumb.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking. My coach was like, are you trying to kill yourself? Are you trying to get like a pneumonia or something?
Yeah. Because
he's like, that's a common thing that a lot of basketball people die from. Pneumonia. It's like when he told me and he's like, pull up sticks, I'm like, this is not a joke. A lot of people think this is and funny thing is, or not a funny thing, but a sad thing is, one of the guys I played ball with for like maybe 6 years, bro. He was 3 years older than me. So literally when I was a freshman, he was a senior. He ended up getting pneumonia because of that.
Damn.
And he died.
Damn. So you actually met someone who actually got pneumonia and died.
Yeah, he died, man. He did, because he first of all, he didn't know it was pneumonia. That's the worst thing. When you think it's a flu and it's not, it's pneumonia. He didn't think it was. He just felt like it was a really, really bad flu. So he tried to do it on his own at home, and then when they finally took him to the hospital, his lungs were already compromised. So they told us, like, there was nothing they can really do. They could try and help him as much as they can, but by that time it was already, like, it was already far gone.
Yeah, the guy is gone. No hope.
But yeah, that was the first and last time I've ever gotten completely sloppy drunk, where I could not walk. Where I just lost the how to operate my body. Like, it just wasn't. I literally, when I wanted to put my right foot forward, my left foot went out.
Yeah.
It was that bad.
The one time I remember, I got like drunk. It was during a family function. I think it was, I want to say maybe New Year's.
Jeez.
And it's one of the few times I ever blacked out.
I can never do that. I always get a little sauced up when, like, my sister's wedding, my cousin's wedding. I got a little tipsy, but I just can't get to that next level with my parents there. I don't mind getting drunk. I just never got, because drunk I can handle.
Uh-huh.
It's the sloppy drunk I never got to, where, like, literally I'm just like what's life? Like,
Yeah, the last thing I remember was I was taking a piss. And then I woke up.
you blacked out of the bathroom?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I was online.
Did you pass out or black out?
I blacked out.
Okay, so you were still
I
operating.
was still
Somebody
operating.
was just not there. You weren't there.
To quote John Mulaney, my mind went to sleep, but my body got all eye of the tiger. And decided to go.
Eye of the tiger.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the will of the fuck.
So, I went to. I apparently, what do you call it? I was bugging my dad that night to let me drink.
How old are you?
I was 18.
Oh, okay. This is in Ecuador?
No, here.
Oh, there?
He had the fire in his eyes.
And we went ahead and I was like, Dad. I was like, come on, Dad. I'm like, why? I'm like, I'm home. I'm like, what's the big deal?
Oh, this was a party at your house.
At the house, yeah.
It's very Spanish. Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm home. I'm like, what's the big deal? I'm 18,
Why
Dad.
people would rent out a facility.
I'm like, Dad, in Ecuador, I could drink right now. Like, what's the fucking...
In Ecuador, you can be a child soldier.
No.
You probably could in the third world country.
No,
I'm pretty sure in any third world
I
country.
think you're thinking of Wakanda again.
No, that's probably like Belize.
When
I think so.
my dad got annoyed of me bugging him about this issue,
He just handed you a beer.
he was finally like, all right, fine. No, he didn't hand me a beer. I ain't no pussy.
I ain't no pussy.
I started drinking Johnny Black.
Blue Label?
I just said Johnny Black.
Blue Label? I love doing that though. Really.
Oh my god.
I did that to my cousin. He had both of them, and I was like, you have the Blue Label? I mean, I have the Blue Label, but this is black. I was like, but is that one a blue edition? He just looked at me like, are you stupid? Like, because he had both of them like this. And he's like, well, let's drink out of this one because, this one's for occasions. And I'm like, why? Because it's super expensive. I was like, well, what is it, like $100? He just looked at me like, he looked at me with such disgust.
Yeah.
Excuse me? Mind you, he got it for free.
Yeah, they average about $2.
I heard they go actually $2.50.
Well, if you get the deluxe designer set with the 2 glasses and shit.
No, that's what
$2.50.
he had. He had the one where it's in its case. It was a big fucking case. Actually, both of them were.
Yeah.
Both of them had glasses.
It's not a big cage. I've seen it. I used to
His
sell it.
It was fucking humongous.
I used to sell it. Trust me.
Well, big for me. Like, it looked like
He
that.
still sells it.
It looked like that. Not the way. It was much longer, but it was as big.
As big as what?
As that case right there. On the table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
That to me is big.
Yeah, it's yay big and yay big. Yeah, I know.
But yeah,
It's a blue box. It's standard. It's
So what's the difference?
that one's just
It has a richer taste or something?
No, it's aged longer
Okay.
and better wood and better. It's just a better version.
I didn't really tell the difference when we had both. We actually tried both. But I'm not a drinker, so for me, I probably wouldn't know.
Right, you would have to be somebody that knows what to look for.
Yeah, because after that, I was like, just break out the Heineken. It was like,
oh my god!
listen, I grew up with Jamaicans. Heineken is my beer. That's the one thing. Heineken is super delicious to me, and the fact that it's green is even better.
You can't be mad at
Blasphemy.
him. That's his drink.
So ignorant.
What's wrong with Heineken?
I'm not. I can give a shit about Heineken. The simple fact that you decided to shift from Johnny Blue. I don't even like Scotch. I detest Johnny Walker for many of the occasions.
Is that what
he's
it is,
causing.
Scotch?
Why?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a Scotch.
It's just bad associations.
Scotch.
Scotchy
I love
Scotch. Scotchy Scotch.
Down my throat.
A whale's vagina.
I'm not gonna lie. I like whiskey.
Vagina.
Whiskey. I like the roughness of whiskey.
So,
Of like, it's just like sometimes you can get like, you gotta do one of these faces because it might.
do you like more spicy or like a rye?
I'm not sure what that may be. I just got into fucking brewed beer. It's like,
Brewed beer.
like you know what I mean?
As
like,
opposed to what?
Heineken.
Because Heineken's not brewed beer.
No, I mean like when you go to a brewery and you have like there's whatever they make.
Craft beer.
Oh, craft beer, thank you.
Craft beers.
I just got into that. I found a really nice place, Barrel of Monks, where I used to go to. I thought it was just like a beer spot, but they actually all their beers are crafted. There's
Barrel of Monks is good.
You can't get
The
Heineken.
crafted.
That's where I got that bottle right there, Barrel of Monks, at where the Zelda shield is.
Okay.
It's this big bottle,
Okay.
and those big bottles cost $20. You can get any craft beer filled up.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah, it's a bomber. Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. I like
Yeah. What do you call
it.
it?
You can take that back, refill that same bottle.
Yeah. Funky Buddha does that. If you have their shit.
We should probably go to one of those spots. Do a podcast there.
I have to do that Rice Krispies one again. Oh
Funky
my God.
Buddha. Funky Buddha.
That shit was so good.
Funky Buddha.
I miss it.
Yeah, and I like at the Oakland location they have in the back they have a place where you can play that beanbag toss game. Some people call it cornhole.
Yeah.
Oh, they have at Barrel of Monks. They have a chess, a spot where you can play chess.
True.
Over there, it's in Boca, and it's much
I need
older
to get better at
folks.
chess.
I go there.
I have no idea how to play chess.
Wait a little bit.
So you don't know.
Yeah, I'm not fully. It's easy though to learn. They have a lot of games on apps that teach you just how to play chess. And you play against simulations that you can play against people.
Like, I don't know how to play chess, but I'm also not in a hurry to learn how to play chess.
I know what beats what. It's just there's a certain
like Ello likes to beat his meat in front of men. Right? Something like that. Is that an example?
Do you like it rough, or do you spit on it like?
spit shine.
Boink.
Oof.
Oof.
Are you waiting for me to answer?
Yeah, go ahead.
Duh.
Spit would probably be better.
But anyways, you were saying.
Because shit nice and wet, like.
What was I saying?
You said
With
something?
chess, I know what beats what. It's just I know there's a certain whenever you advance, there's a certain direction you can only go into. There's a certain direction you can only go into in chess.
Yeah, I know
That's
that.
the thing that I gotta.
Yeah,
get
I know.
down pat.
I know that certain pieces could only move certain ways,
Right.
but I don't know how that works.
It all works strategically.
Yeah, I've never been good in that on that regard. As far as when it came to games like that, where you like, oh, what's the other one? Risk, like where you try to take over the world and shit.
Yeah,
I feel you. Like
chess is truly for like geniuses because I've seen one guy, and we were in New Jersey at one of the soccer cages that they have. They have many soccer cages in New Jersey. Like you can just go and play soccer.
Oh, really? You
Yeah.
can't fuck in the soccer cages in New Jersey?
You probably could.
Why
at
can't you
night.
fuck in the soccer cages of New
You
Jersey?
probably could at night if you can get over the fence.
You're telling me that in the soccer cages of New Jersey you could only play soccer? You can't fuck. That is fucking ridiculous.
Fuck.
Absolutely ridiculous. This is America. This is America.
Don't let them catch you slipping though.
Yeah.
The funniest post I saw about that, I'm not gonna lie, just to talk about that real quick. Somebody put up a post. Remember the what he did right when he shot the first guy? Someone's like, I don't know about you, but I'd never do that gay ass pose. And this other guy was like, that's literally a part of our history, you idiot. Like,
Yeah, it's an old minstrel show pose.
and the guy was like, ain't a part of my history. And he's like, are you black? And he's like, yeah, I'm black. That's part of your history. You
Yeah.
idiot.
It's ancient. It's old history, but it's still history. Like, it's still connected to
Some people on Twitter are hilarious, man.
Yeah, they're fucking
But it's
retarded.
funny how people on Twitter, they immediately get
Obviously.
put in their place.
You know, it really is true. Normal people, for the most part, are very angry, aggressive, dumb beasts.
We are animals.
At the end of the day,
Pretty much.
you know.
But yeah, no, we were in New Jersey.
Soccer cages in New Jersey
Yeah,
where
we
you,
had
where you
soccer.
can't, where
We
you
got
can't
done,
fuck.
Fuck.
We got done playing a
No
game.
fucking.
No fucking at all.
No
got-
fucking in the soccer cages. No fucking in the soccer cages. No fucking in the
Well, we
soccer
got done
cages.
playing a game,
Oh,
and so we're leaving, and we noticed people playing chess. It was
No,
just
no,
so-
no, no, no. Fucking in the soccer cages. No, no fucking in the
Anyways.
soccer cages. No fucking in the soccer cages. Ain't nobody getting dick tonight.
But we saw we see a group of people. It was like multiple fucking people playing chess, and this one kid was just
I thought it was gonna be like multiple fucking people fucking.
multiple people fucking while playing chess. But no,
think
this
they
one
call that an
this one
orgy.
kid was just like there was a crowd around him, and we're like, let's go see what's going on there. Fucking kid is just killing it. I mean, like, as soon as the other guy, first of all, the other guy takes forever to fucking move, and as soon as he does, guys like next. Like the other guy's doing it like that. Like as soon as he's finished, when they press the little button, he's just like,
Well, yeah, because they're already on move 7.
yeah. So
When he's at move 3. He knows what he's gonna do in case whatever the fuck he's gonna do by move 9 so far.
So that kid,
Like,
we,
as the game progresses.
we ended up talking.
It's insane.
We ended up talking to that kid after. He's 16 years old, but he's going to high school.
Huge faggot.
Big old
He
faggot.
don't get no pussy. He's going to high school now, but he's already
Fucking lame.
he was going to high school, but he was part of dual enrollment. So he was already
that's awesome.
He was already he was already in his second year as a college student.
Okay.
Oh, that's fucking great.
I was just like, why don't they just have you graduate then?
Those motherfuckers either turn it into like
They
the
turn into,
greatest
scientists,
like
or some shit.
some of the greatest research scientists that like are gonna like go to achieve like the greatest breakthroughs, or they turn into a mass shooter.
Damn.
Like
They're
it's
too
like
smart.
fucking
Well, this kid wanted to go to MIT.
right
He was trying to go to, but he couldn't
to
he
learn
couldn't
how
just
to
go
make
right into there.
bombs. He's gonna make IEDs.
He was actually going for neuroscience.
Oh, he wants to.
I had no
he
idea.
wants to kill the skulls of babies.
What?
But yeah,
That just took away
the
time.
kid was super smart, man. Like he was I was 17. He was already taking physics like the second or third level of physics. I forgot what it's like. Physics 101, physics 102 or whatever.
True.
And I was just like, holy shit. Like, he had some of his books because it was like 6 o'clock. The school had already let out like 2 hours ago. I guess this is where he goes to like practice playing chess because he's part of a chess tournament.
True.
And he showed us one of the books, and it was like, oh, this is one of the books that from my dual enrollment. And as soon as you open it, it's just like a foreign fucking book of language that I've never fucking seen. Like, there's English in there, but it's like, I have no idea what the fuck is it saying. It's like the component of this between X and Y will then sum up the electricity forming within the neutron. I'm like, what the fuck are you reading? This is a book of sorceries, bitch? Or like
Science, bitch.
science. I was like, kid was smart, bro.
Science, bitch.
I wish I could have got more into science because now that I'm older, I'm fascinated by it. But I feel like I need a refresher course or in some things.
About the nucleus.
Well, that I know of, all that shit, or I remember of it.
Mitochondriac.
Did they ever make you have to like draw them
Yeah, I drew them.
in school?
Yeah.
And I remember they told me, like, there's literally a test where it's like, you have to draw this. And I'm like, seriously?
Draw these nuts,
You know how many
bitch.
dots I have to do for the middle of this shit? Because that's what I would always... It's really what it was. It was like, the picture showed the nucleus, and it's like dots everywhere. And then different elements of different things. And I'm like, man, this is going to take forever. One kid just did that shit real quick.
Get to your artsy-fartsy side, bro.
You know what I wish that I had? Serve, did you have any workshop classes at your school?
Like woodshop?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was part of the last woodshop class.
Oh, see, I didn't have
Broward
none
County.
of that. Yeah, I didn't have none of that growing up.
Yeah, I when I was a sophomore. Yeah, by the sophomore year they got rid of
What
it.
did they teach you? Just like the build shit?
Yeah.
So, like, what do you know? Like, can you build something now if you had the tools?
Yeah. To a certain degree. Like, actually, I still actually
All
have
right, build me a PS5, nigga. Do it.
a wooden PS5
A wooden PS5. Do it.
with a wooden motherboard, motherfucker. Do it.
Do it.
I want a wooden SSL drive. 2 terabytes, motherfucker. Minimum. Okay?
What?
The
All wooden.
lights better be made out of wood.
All wooden.
Okay? I want the circuitry to be made out of wood.
When I turn the bitch on, nothing happens.
Okay? All I know is that when that shit turns on, it better smell like cedar and cinnamon.
All I know is if I turn that shit on and I put a game in it, that shit bursts into flames.
Listen, if it doesn't smell like I'm at the border of Canada when I turn this bitch on, there's a fucking problem.
All right, eh?
Oh,
Get to it, eh?
as always, people, we always enjoy you guys listening. And
Fuck y'all.
Wait, Wilmo never gave us his getting sauce up story.
Because
I know
you
he
guys
did.
talked a lot.
Serve
Yeah.
talked a lot.
Both of you guys talked a lot.
Well, interject.
interject.
No, you
Motherfucker.
you guys just like to run your mouth. It's okay. Like,
Motherfuckers like to run y'all mouth, so I let y'all, you know?
Y'all niggas just love to yap and shit.
Sound like two bitches going at each
Seriously, fucking comadres over here.
Pendejos.
Con el fucking chisme y todo. Jesus.
mama
La
pinche,
chisme.
güey.
La chisme.
La llanta. La
So
avión.
So pendejo este.
La agua.
La agua.
Échale agua.
La avión.
La avión. Está en la sky.
What? La cielo.
El mundo, sí.
No, yeah, that's right.
Todo mundo.
La mundo.
But anyways, we take a break from Ello's retardedness in Spanish to bring you.
Bienvenidos a La Miami.
I'm sorry, people. We lost him. We lost him. We lost him for a second.
Welcome to Miami. Welcome to La
Dun,
Miami.
dun, when the beat goes on.
Oh, by the way, Will Smith's new track is pretty hot. Pretty good.
It's pretty hot.
It's pretty hot.
It's like fuego.
It's fresh.
Like spearmint.
So, I love to see all the activity that's been happening on the Facebook pages, the Instagram pages. Thank you very much to everybody that's been following. What do you call it? We will be bringing you some more new content soon. We've been working on some things here and behind the scenes, and I'm very excited. Yeah, definitely be on the lookout for that. As always, be sure to check out our YouTube page at we're what? It's Parental Advisory Podcast, right? Mm-hmm. Parental Advisory Podcast on YouTube. So be sure to check us out there. Yeah, and I just dropped my new single, Why. It's out now on SoundCloud and brolife.net. You can find all of my music on brolife.net, as well as all your major streaming platforms, Google, Spotify, fucking Tidal, Apple Music, and the whole nine. Bro Life Fest is coming July 19th through the 21st. Be sure to check us out. We're gonna drop my man Ivy is gonna be dropping DeLorean Demons on the 19th. So yeah, be sure to check that out. That's also gonna be out soon on all major streaming platforms as well. So shout out to them, and At jserve954 on all social media, for all my social media. And jserve TV for YouTube. And like I said, brolife.net and SoundCloud for all my music. Ello.
You can find me at LSO463 for all my social media. LSOYT for my YouTube, and you can just put LSO on Twitch and find me as well. Been playing a lot of Fallout 4, so
Fallout 4?
Yeah.
True.
Getting ready for Fallout 76.
Get her done.
Get her done in the wasteland.
BMO.
Beep bop boop. My name is Wilmo. Find me on Instagram and Snapchat. Wilmo_Chiquito.
So yeah, y'all. Thank you very much.
Good
like
night,
I said,
y'all.
as always, Parental Advisory Cast on Facebook and Instagram, Parental Podcast on Twitter, and PA Podcast on Snapchat.
Share.
We love y'all. Thank you very much for listening, and we hope you enjoyed this episode. Yeah. We'll be out this bitch now, y'all.
Good night.
Peace.
Get some sleep, y'all.